Good afternoon, everyone. Yes, it's indeed a very good afternoon. Sorry, I'm able to still hear you people talk. Are you talking? Yes, sir. Ante, how come? Yeah, don't you think you guys should stop talking to let me continue? Thank you. Nice of you people. Very good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to CA Foundation Accounting pre-break. We had started with the topic of incomplete records. We've done good amount of questions so far. We've done till question number 10. Am I right? Let's now start with question number 11. We've learned how to prepare accounts under statement of affairs method. We've also learned how to deal with conversion of single entry to double entry introduction. We learned how to deal with our debtors account, creditors account, bills payable, bills receivable. Now we'll learn questions on expenses and incomes. We'll do a couple of questions on expense and income. I will give you little homework on how to deal with debtors and creditors at home. Some questions on debtors and creditors, bills receivable, bills payable. I'll give homework. You have to try them at home and come. If in case you don't get tomorrow first 1 hour, I don't mind wasting doing your homework questions all again. But you'd have to try. For that, come on. Let's start with salary account. Illustration number 11. Quickly see this. Ascertain salary to be debited to P&L account. So underline that word salary to be debited to P&L account. When they use the word salary to be debited to P&L account, they're asking what is the current year expense. They're asking us what is the current year expense. And they've given us 4 items. Outstanding salary, prepaid salary, opening, closing. All the 4 categories. Don't write anything in the handout. Listen to me first. Please listen. Let me explain and then we'll write this. What exactly do we mean when we say outstanding salary? Outstanding salary. ಆ ರೋ ಪೂರ್ತಿ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ ನೀವು ಸ್ಪಾಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಹೂಸ್ ರೈಟಿಂಗ್ ನೈಸ್ whoever you feel is writing with good hand writing ಅಲ್ವಾ ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಯಶಸ್ಸು ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೂವ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಏಷ್ಯಾ ನೆಟ್ ಸುವರ್ಣ ನ್ಯೂಸ್ ಉದಯ ಟಿವಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಒಂದು ಆಡ್ ಹಾಕ್ಸೋಣ ಯಾ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ನರೇಂದ್ರ ಮೋದಿ ವಿಲ್ ಗಿವ್ ಅವಾರ್ಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ರೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಎಸ್ ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಹ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ರೈಟಿಂಗ್ ಅವಾರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೊಸದ್ ಲಾಂಚ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ಯಶಸ್ ಕಡೆಯಿಂದ ಅವರು ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಕೋಆಪರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅವರ ಚೀಫ್ ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ರಿಲೇಶನ್ಶಿಪ್ ಆಫೀಸರ್ ಆಫ್ ಯಶಸ್ ಗೋವರ್ಧನ್ ಅವರು ಯಾ ಡನ್ ನೌ ಡೋಂಟ್ ಬಿ ಸೋ ಕಾನ್ಶಿಯಸ್ ಲಿಸನ್ ಟು ಅಂಡರ್ಲೈನ್ ದ ವರ್ಡ್ ಔಟ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗ್ ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿ. Outstanding salary. What exactly do we mean when we say outstanding salary? Here the employee has worked for us. We haven't paid him the salary. Employee has worked for us. We haven't paid him the salary. It's the benefit is taken, amount is not paid. It is liability. What is it? Please write there. Please write there. Benefit taken, amount not paid. 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 What do you mean by prepaid salary? Here, way before the employee works, we paid in the salary. Way before the employee works, we paid the salary. Here, amount paid, work not taken. Right there. Amount paid, work not taken. Amount paid, work not taken. Amount paid, service not received. You can write amount paid, service not received. So outstanding salary is liability, prepaid salary is asset. Outstanding salary is liability, prepaid salary is asset. Now, opening liability, where do we write? Credit side. Come on, start writing in your salary account. We'll write here by balance brought down. Opening outstanding salary 10,000. Opening outstanding salary 10,000. And we have the closing outstanding salary. How much is our closing outstanding salary? 15,000. Opening outstanding salary is liability 10,000. Closing outstanding salary is liability closing balance debit side 15,000. Now let's talk about prepaid salary. Prepaid salary is asset. Asset opening balance on the debit side balance brought down 20,000. And closing balance of prepaid salary is asset closing balance credit side 30,000. So asset opening balance debit side, asset closing balance credit side. Liability opening balance credit side, liability closing balance debit side. Understood this? Have they told how much is the salary paid during the year?
Yes, sir.
What is the journal entry for salary paid? Salary account debit to cash. In our salary account on the debit side, I'll write here to cash account. How much? 1 lakh. Now identify the balancing figure. 1 lakh plus 20 plus 15, 135. 135 minus 40. 95,000 is the amount of salary which will be transferred to P&L account. In our salary account, I have written by P&L. In P&L account, I'll write to salary as expense. Got that? In an incomplete record, the businessman or the accountant would have not recorded outstanding and prepaid amounts. You would only record the amount paid. We have to find what should be written in P&L. So we do this ledger. I hope you understood. Quickly copy this. Yeah, I'll do it. This looks nice. Oh, super. That's nice. इधर One we did on expense, next we'll do one on income. You do something similar, no, in your NPO. But they do much more. They are just a small introduction part. Really small part. Teeny, tiny part. Madam, Apella, ಪೆನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಎಸ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ ನಾಳೆಗಿಂತ ನಾಡಿದ್ದು ಏನೇನು ಎಸ್ತೀರಿ ಯಾರಿಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತು. Can I do next one? Everyone's done with this? Next, can we do one on interest now? Illustration number 12. Everyone's done with this? How many of you are still writing? Okay. ಇರೋದ್ 4 ಐಟಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ 6 ಐಟಮ್ ಬರೆಯಕ್ 10 ನಿಮಿಷ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀರಾ. ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಪೆನ್ ಕೊಡಿ, ಪೆನ್ನು ಬುಕ್ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅವ್ರ ಕೈಲಿ ಒರೆಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡಿ. ಅದು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ನೀವು ಬಿಟ್ರೆ. Can I do the interest one? Ready? Come on now. Focus on the interest one. Ascertain the interest to be credited to P&L account. Underline that word, to be credited to P&L account. See, income has to be credited to P&L. Income will be credited to P&L based on earning, not based on receipt. Interest is recorded based on time basis. So if the time period is over and you have earned the interest, you will record it in P&L account irrespective of the fact whether you have received it or not. Am I right? You would have done similar kind of adjustments in final accounts of company also. You do it in NPO also. Whenever you earn the interest, you record it in your P&L account credit side, irrespective of the fact whether such interest is received in cash or not. If you received it, it will come in cash account. If you don't receive it, you will write in balance sheet asset side as accrued income. Am I right? If you receive interest, entry will be bank account debit to interest or cash account debit to interest. If you don't receive it, but you earn it, it will be recorded as accrued interest account debit to interest account. Accrued interest account debit to. Everyone understood this? Now we have accrued interest. What does accrued interest mean? Right next to accrued interest, earned but not received. What is accrued interest? Earned but not received. On the other hand, what is interest received in advance? Received but not earned. Received but not earned. Please write received but not earned. Accrued interest is asset. Accrued interest is asset. Interest received in advance is liability. Interest received in advance is liability. Did you write interest received in advance as liability and accrued interest as asset? Everyone. Very good. We are now good to start with the problem. If there is accrued interest, which is asset, opening balance of the asset will come where? Debit side. Let me write in the debit side to balance brought down. Opening accrued interest 10,000. How much is the closing balance of accrued interest? Balance carried down, closing accrued interest 15,000. We have pre-received income, which is a liability. Opening balance of a liability, credit side. Let me write here, by balance carried down, opening interest received in advance, which is how much? 20,000. How about the closing interest received in advance? Closing balance of a liability. Let me write here to balance carried down. How much is this? 30,000. Finally, we have one single line information given to us in the question. How much is the interest received during the year? This is the most easy one. What is the journal entry when you receive the interest during the year? Cash account debit to interest account. Cash account debit. In interest account, I'll write by cash. In interest account, you'll write how much is it? How much? 1 lakh. Now identify balance. 120 plus 15 is 135. I'll write 135 and deduct 40. What do we get? 95. Very good. 95,000 is the amount which is transferred to P&L account from interest account. In interest account, we'll write 2 P&L. In interest account, we'll write 2 P&L. In P&L account, we'll write by interest. In P&L account, we'll write. Understood? That's it. Copy. After 13, I'll use couple of questions as homework. You guys try. If you guys get the answer, very good. If you guys don't, I'll solve it in the class tomorrow. Either I'll solve the doubts or solve the entire question, depending upon your requirement. Finished writing? I have no plan. Thank you. Why, Samir? Do you have any appointments? Then you can't know everything that's required. You'll have limited information. I'm not so much answerable to your time. Done. So I'm planning to give few questions which involve only debtor creditor account computation as homework. I'll tell you which one. 13th one. Okay. Finish copying. Done. Who's still writing? No one. See, 13th question requires you to do debtors, creditors, bills payable, bills receivable, as well as trading account. So I would want to give 13th one and the 14th one as homework. You guys try 13 and 14. If you guys get the answer, very good. As well as 15th one. Yeah, 13, 14, 15. 3 questions. They're not as simple as the ones that I did now, but they're not as complicated as the ones that I'm going to do now, 16th one onwards. 16th one onwards, it's slightly more complicated than 13, 14, 15. So the homework will be question number 13, 14, 15. you will try them wholeheartedly. It's going to take you some time. You would have to devote at least an hour and a half to 13, 14, 15 hour, 1 hour minimum. So try them. If you get the answer, very good. If you don't, I am there. I'll solve. I don't mind solving 13, 14, 15 completely in class tomorrow if required. If required. But you guys would have to try. Will you? Can we go to 16th one now? Everyone's ready? Very good. 16th one is what we're going to solve. 16th one onwards, we're going to have a full-fledged question. If in case in the examination they ask a question for more than 10 marks, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, if they have to ask from single entry, it will be this type of a question. You have questions till 32 or 33. In the handout, it's there till when? 32 is, yeah? 32. I think in between 2-3 questions, we've not put the format also. Am I right? Yeah. So right now the target will be, we'll do 16, 17. If we can do 2 questions or 3 questions, then we can take a short break. And then post break, I'll do only 1 more question. I'll do 3 questions. I'll give a short break of 15 minutes. Then I'll do only 1 question. After short break, I'll do only 1 question. And then we'll wind up for the day. Whatever is remaining will be our tomorrow's target. Okay. I would want to do as much as possible today because tomorrow we should not be under pressure. Tomorrow we should be doing it aram se. Okay, great. Let's start. Question number 16. Can I have your attention, everyone? Can we start with question number 16? Please read. In the books of accounts of Mr. Mann of Mumbai showed the following figures. We are not going to waste the time reading that table. We'll only go to the data that's given after the table. After the table, they've given analysis of cash book reveal the following. So these are the records that he has kept. He's kept the details of cash transactions, but he has not prepared cash book. We have to prepare his cash book. He's kept the record of assets and liabilities opening and closing balances, but he has not prepared trial balance or ledger for them. We have to prepare. Other than this, he is also giving us some information, or we have only determined some information, that depreciation is to be provided on furniture and fixtures at 10%. Under which method? WDV. Now, find furniture and fixtures in the question. Yeah, put 1 star on that. So there 2,60,000 is okay. 2,34,000 is incorrect. But I have to do 1 ledger. We have to do 1 ledger, adjusting the depreciation adjustment. What do we have after that? Mr. Mann maintains a steady gross profit of 25% on sales. When we prepare trading and P&L, we don't have the information of GP, no? They're providing us with the information. What is the rate of GP? 25%. And you are required to prepare trading P&L for the year and balance sheet. Shall we start? In any question which requires you to do final accounts like trading, P&L, balance sheet, here you should do cash book also. In these kind of questions, don't try to finish trading account first and then start with P&L. And then once P&L is done, we'll start with balance sheet. That's a very bad order. You should not do that way. You have to keep your trading, P&L, balance sheet, all the 3 open. Read the item. If it belongs to trading, we'll write to trading. If in case the item that you read belongs to balance sheet, we'd have to write it in the balance sheet. We will follow the order of the question, not our own order. This is because in the examination question paper will be minimum of 18 pages and it can come up to 24-25 pages also in CA Foundation. Let us take average of 20 pages. Let's say CA Foundation examination question paper is how many pages? 20 pages. How much time do you think you will take to read one side of a page? 1 minute? To read 20 pages of the question paper, you will take 20 minutes. If you read the question paper once to answer. If in case you solve your trading account first and then P&L and then balance sheet. So you'll see the question, furniture, stock, then purchase, then sale. You will read once. Again you will come to P&L. Matte first in the question. Again balance sheet. Again from the beginning till the end you would have to see. So basically you're reading the same question 3 times. To read once, a student will take 20 minutes in the examination. If you have to read it 3 times, it will take 60 minutes only to read question paper. And this is the reason why people will feel that they don't have enough time in the exam to write the answer. They will increase their writing speed, but you are forgetting that you also need to increase your reading speed. You also need to be wise enough to understand how to read the question paper. Until and unless you fix your reading style of the question paper, if you're going on to read the question 3 times, if you're going on to read the question slowly, you will obviously end up taking more time. More reading time means less writing time in the exam. Less writing time, less marks. Are you guys getting it? So you have to learn the art of solving the question by reading it only once. First time it is only overview to identify the items with adjustments. In this question only one item has adjustment. This item you have to prepare one small ledger. What should you prepare? This is the second thing. A lot of them will tell, sir, I will not prepare ledger. I'll do shortcut. I'll think, sir, 2,60,000 opening, closing 2,34,000. So 16,000 it is reduced. The moment you say you will think, you are forgetting that thinking takes the same amount of time as much as writing. When you think, you lose the track of time. So you feel like you've taken lesser time. Actually, you will take same or in fact more time to think than to write. Writing, the advantage is in the middle of the writing. Even if you take a pause, you need to see the again. You don't have to redo the working. It's already there. You can continue from where you left. If you're thinking, it will actually take more time, because if in case your thought changes slightly or you start doing something else other than what you're supposed to do, again to you to bring back to the work that you're supposed to do, again start thinking, you will take much more time. So you'd have to compute it or do the working note 2 or more times in your mind, which will end up taking more time than normal. So always, any chapter it is, wherever the working note is required, always write it, always solve it. Writing is the simplest shortcut that one can have. You got that? Come on. Watch washing later. In the class, throughout last 2 minutes, you didn't even lift your chin once and then look at the board or look at last 2 minutes, completely lost. I've told you, I'm making you sit here for a reason. If you continue to be so not focused, no, I would not want to see so much disoriented or not focused student in the class. And it's not a warning. You've been told many times before. I want this kind of attention. If I don't get it, I don't want you in class. I'm very honest. You would have to change yourself. It is not funny anymore. One part is over. Brace up, my friend. Will not work that way. Let's start, shall we? So you would keep the format of trading P&L and balance sheet ready, and then we'll start with our answer. Can we start with the first item? Furniture and fixture. Furniture and fixture. How much is the opening balance? 2,60,000. This will not come in the closing balance sheet. The closing balance sheet will write only closing furniture figure. Am I right? But we don't know the capital. We need to write no capital in the balance sheet. Throughout in all the questions that you used to do in final accounts of sole proprietor, trial balance used to give you capital opening balance. Why? What used to give there is trial balance. Here trial balance will not be given. Why do they not give trial balance? Because they have not prepared ledger. Why did they not prepare ledger? Because they have not done journal. Why? Because they have not identified all transaction. Why? Because it is incomplete records. So your responsibility is to find opening capital. How do you find opening capital? Like the previous one, what we did, we'll prepare one balance sheet on the opening date. We'll prepare one balance sheet on the, that is not asked. Have they asked it? No, that will be your working. Shall I write 2,60,000 the opening balance sheet asset side? Come on here. This is our opening balance sheet. Balance sheet as on 31st of March 2018. Balance sheet as on 31st of March 2000. How much is it? 2,60,000. Asset side, I'll write here furniture. How much? 2,60,000. 2,60,000. Because there is one star and there is that depreciation adjustment. And in the cash transactions also, if you see, is there any purchase of furniture, sale of furniture? Is it there? Purchase of furniture is not there. So it's a very, very easy question. First one. So I'll teach you how to do the ledger, but in this question you can actually skip. But in the later questions, you would have to prepare. Furniture account is an asset account. On the debit side, I'll write 2 balance brought down 2,60,000. On the debit side, I'll write 2 balance brought down how much? 2,60,000. How much is the closing balance of furniture? 2,34,000. 2,34,000. So let me write here balance carried on. How much is the balance carried on? 2,34,000. And this 2,34,000 would also appear in our closing balance sheet. Shall I write in my closing balance sheet 2,34,000? Am I right? In this question, they have provided depreciation. I'll tell you how do we figure out that they provided depreciation. We don't have to deduct depreciation on 2,34,000. 2,34,000 is after depreciation. How do you spot it? Number one, asset opening was 260, asset closing is 234. What can be the reason of decrease? Number one, depreciation. Number two, sale. Number one, depreciation. Number two, sale. If there is sale, you would receive cash. If there is cash received, you would have given to us in this cash transactions. He has not given any cash transaction. What does it mean? Asset is depreciated. You get that? Yes or no? Yes. Very good. Come on. Let's go to the next item. Stock. Stock. How much opening? 245. Closing? 320. Where do we write opening? Where do we write closing? Trading account. I'll take you to my trading account. In the trading account, I'll write 2 opening stock. How much? 245. 245. I'll also write this opening stock in my opening balance sheet. Always follow double entry. Always follow. The moment you miss double entry, problem moya moya. I'm telling you. Throughout, only and only when you write the same item two times, meaning debit and credit aspect, only then you go forward to next item. Without giving the debit as well as credit aspect entry for a single item, if you go forward, then you are taking responsibility for your balance sheet not tallying later. The moment you take debit credit aspect seriously and then record both before you go forward, 100% your single entry balance sheet will tally. There is no way that it cannot tally. Got that? So 245 stock we wrote in trading account debit side and last year balance sheet asset. Closing stock is how much? 320. It will come at two places. Number one, in trading account on the credit side. Am I right? Closing stock 320, and this is our asset in the current period. In the current period's balance sheet. The current period's balance sheet on the asset side. Let me write here. Stock how much? 320. Stock how much? Everyone understood? No doubts? Okay. What's after this 320? Then we have debtors. What do we have after that? How much is the debtors opening balance? Closing balance? They haven't given. We would have to find it. So what should we do? We should prepare debtors ledger. Now do you know why I made you warm up by preparing debtors ledger? Few questions. Yes or no? First, we'll start with 125. Then we'll come to question mark. Where do we write 125? Two places. Number one, it is opening balance sheet asset. Shall I write in opening balance sheet asset? Working note. Opening balance sheet, I'll write debtors. How much? 1 lakh 25. Then I'll open one debtors ledger. What do I open? In the debtors ledger, asset opening balance debit side, I'll write to balance brought down 1 lakh 25. To balance brought down 1 lakh, and I'll wait to write the closing balance. We'll identify the closing balance later. Then have a look at the next item, question mark, meaning we don't know. What does that mean? They don't know. They haven't told. The customer doesn't know. Sorry, the client doesn't know the closing balance of debtors. We have to find. So we will find this later. Just to make you people understand that this has to be found, I'll write here balance carried out. Don't know. Question mark. And I'll write the same in my balance sheet. Balance sheet below stock, I'll write debtors. But I don't know the amount. Do I know the amount? I know that debtors has to be written, but I don't know the amount. I'll write debtors and leave the place empty. Sir, what will happen if we don't write? If we don't write, what if you forget? So it's a reminder. What's after that? Cash in hand and bank. How much? 1 lakh 10 opening, closing we don't. So first let's write 1 lakh 10. Where do I write? In my opening balance sheet, I'll write cash in hand and bank. 1 lakh 10,000. Where else do we have to write this? I have to open my cash account. I have to open one cash account. See, this is our cash account. In the cash account on the debit side, I'll write to balance brought down 1 lakh 10,000. To balance brought down. Against this, I don't know the closing balance. I'll write balance carried on. This is something that we don't know, which we have to find, which we will find later. In my cash account, I written by balance carried on balance in figure. Same is missing and same has to be found to be written in our balance sheet. In my balance sheet also, I'll write cash in hand under bank. We don't know the amount. I'll write the name, leave the space for identifying the amount and to be written later. Yes. What's after that? Creditors. Creditors is liability. Opening balance 135. Where do you write opening balance? Very simple. I'll write it in my opening balance sheet. Liability side. Creditors. How much is it? 1 lakh 35,000. 1 lakh. Okay. Now I need to open one separate ledger for creditors. You know why? The reason is we don't know how much is purchases. Where do we usually get to know purchases? By looking at trial balance. But here trial balance may we only know cash purchase. We don't know credit purchases. Purchase might have been made both cash as well as credit. Am I right? Yes or no? So we have to figure out our credit purchases. To do that, what do? I'll open one ledger called creditors. I'll open one ledger called, tell me, creditors account, opening balance, which side? I'll write here by balance brought down, 1 lakh 35. Have they given us the closing balance? Very good. I'll write the debit side, to balance carried down, how much? 1 lakh 90. Liability closing balance debit, this 1 lakh 90 being the closing balance of liability should also be written where? Balance sheet. On which side? Liability side. In the balance sheet on the liability side, I'll write creditors 1 lakh 90. I'll write creditors 1 lakh. Everyone got this? Very good. What do we have after this creditors 1 lakh 90? We have with us bills payable. What do we have? How much is bills payable? Opening balance 70,000. Opening balance of bills payable, I'll write in my opening balance sheet. Bills payable, how much is it? 70. But I would have to open one more bills payable ledger. Why? During there, how much are the bills issued to creditors? How much are the bills accepted by creditors? How much of the bills dishonored by creditors? Those accounts are linked, creditors and bills payable. So to figure that out, I have to open one bills payable ledger. In bills payable ledger, it's a liability. Opening balance which side? I'll write credit side by balance brought down 70,000. Have they given us the closing balance of bills payable also? No talking, no talking. Focus, focus. See, if you miss one item, it's a chain. You might miss the next item also. Closing balance of bills payable. In my bills payable account on the debit side, let me write two balance carried down 80. Liability closing balance debit side. And this 80 should appear in our balance sheet. Where do we write it? In the closing balance sheet, I'll write bills payable 80. Everyone's getting it? Say something. What's after bills payable? Outstanding salaries. Outstanding salary is liability. Am I right? Liability 19,000 opening. In the opening balance sheet, I'll write outstanding salary 19,000. So outstanding salary at the beginning is 19. At the end is 20. Some part of salary is paid during the year. How much is the current year salary expense is to be identified to be written in P&L. So we'll open one more ledger called salary account. What is the account that we'll open? Very good. In my salary ledger, outstanding salary is liability opening balance. Which side do I write it? Credit side. I'll write by balance brought down. How much is it? 19,000. How much is the closing balance right after that? How much? 20. 20,000 closing balance, what I wrote in salary account, needs to be written in balance sheet also. So come to our closing balance sheet. In the closing balance sheet, on the liability side, let me write outstanding salary 20,000. Outstanding salary. Everyone understood this? What's after that? By this, we are done with our something which has balances. This is not trial balance. Is this trial balance? No. Why? It is incomplete record. You would not have prepared complete records. There would be missing items. It is not prepared trial balance. No journal, no ledger. Now, shall we see analysis of cash book? Wherever cash has come in or cash has gone out is recorded everything at one place. Number one, cash sales. Cash sales 16 lakh 20. Cash sales 16 lakh 20. This has to be written at two places. This has to be written at number one, trading account, credit side, sales. In the trading account, credit side will write sales. Do you write sales here? But this is 16 lakh 20. This is not complete sales. This is only cash sales. Credit sales has to be identified. Where do we find credit sales? In our debtors account. And then I'll write here. Till now, as of now, I don't know credit sales. As of now, do I know credit sales? I don't know. I wrote 16 lakh 20 here. I wrote at one place. Second place, whenever the goods are sold for cash, cash would have been received. Cash would have been received. Such cash receipt should appear where? Very good. Cash account debit side. What is the journal entry for cash sales? Cash account debit to. In the cash account, I'll write debit side. To sales account. Cash sales 16 lakh 20. Trading account credit aspect. Cash account debit aspect. We recorded both aspects. Only then I'll read the next item. Clear? Say something. What is after that? Collection from debtors. How much is the collection from debtors? Very good. Tell me what is the journal entry for collection from debtors? Cash account debit to. Everyone, cash account debit to debtors account. In cash account, on the debit side, I'll write to debtors account, 10 lakh 58. In the cash account, on the debit side, I'll write to debtors account, 10 lakh 58. This has to be written in our debtors account on the credit side as by cash. Shall we do that? Debtors account, I'll write credit side by cash, 10 lakh 58. Debit credit both over. Am I right? Can we now go to the next item? What is it after this 10 lakh 58? Discount allowed to debtors. What is the journal entry for discount allowed to debtors? 20,000. Discount is expense. Expense has to be debited. Debtors is the asset decreasing. Debtors has to be credited. Entry, discount account debit to debtors account. What is it? Discount account debit to debtors account. So I can open one more ledger called discount. But you know, discount to debtors if you write, later will write P&L account debit to discount and transfer the discount to P&L. Am I right? If you write discount account debit to debtors, what will you do to discount expense later? Transfer to P&L. So instead of opening another ledger, can I write straight away discount item in P&L account debit side? Yes. Very good. I'll write in P&L account debit side to discount allowed. How much? 20. This is debit aspect. Debit aspect, what is the credit aspect? Debtors account. In my debtors account, I'll write on the credit side, by discount allowed, 20,000. By discount allowed. How much? Everyone understood this? Everyone? Pakka? Very good. What is after this? Cash purchases. How much is cash purchases? 6 lakh. You think and tell me, what is the journal entry for cash purchases? Purchase account debit to cash. Purchase account debit to, this is purchases which should appear in our trading account. In the trading account, on the debit side, we'll write 2 purchases. In the trading account, on the debit side, we'll write 2. Below that, I would have to write cash and credit. I don't know credit purchase, but right now I know cash purchase. How much is that? 6,15,000. 6 lakh. I need to write this cash purchases where else? In our cash account credit side. Why? The journal entry is purchase account debit to cash. Am I right? So in the cash account, I will write by purchase. Why? Cash is going out, no? Cash is paid. By purchases or by purchase account, cash purchases 6 lakh. Can I go to next item? I have one doubt. Why will someone purchase cash? How will they purchase cash? It's like you taking 500 rupees and going and then saying, okay, sir, ಅದು 100 rupees note ಎಷ್ಟು 100 ಎಷ್ಟು 100 rupees. Okay, 500 ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? 5. Give me 500 rupees notes. Do you sell cash? Sir, ಅದು 2000 rupees note ಎಷ್ಟು? Do you purchase cash? Why do they purchase cash and sell cash? It is goods purchase ಮಾಡಿರೋದಾ? Cash ಅಲ್ವಾ? I was wondering ಹಿಂಗೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು. Oh, thank you. Now I understood. It is actually cash purchase means cash is not purchased. Goods are purchased. Cash is paid. ನೋಡಿ ಗೊತ್ತೇ ಇಲ್ಲ. Payment to creditors. How much is it? 9,73,000. Did we write 6,15,000 two places? Yeah. Payment to creditors is 973. What is the journal entry when you make payment to creditors? Creditors account debit to. Very good. Creditors account debit to cash. In my creditors account, I'll write debit side to cash account. How much? 9,70,000. In my creditors account, I'll write debit side to cash 9,73,000. In my cash account, I'll write credit side by creditors account 9,70,000. Cash account only I should write credit side by creditors. In creditors account, I should write debit side to cash 973, 973. Understood this? Say something. Fantastic. What's after this? Discount received from creditors. When you receive discount from creditors, what should be the accounting entry? Discount received is income. Discount received is income. Income has to be credited. Debit, creditors is a liability. When they give discount, liability will decrease. When they give discount, if you talk, you are not listening. If you talk to her, she is being snatched from the opportunity of listening. This, it might be tolerated, little talking in other classes. In my class, no one talks when I am talking. If you have to talk, get up, walk out, stand outside and then talk and then come back. Very serious. ಕಾಲ್ ಪಕ್ಕದಲ್ಲಿ ತುಳಿದಾದ್ರು ಕಾಲ್ ಹಂಗೆ ಓದಿಬೇಕಷ್ಟೇ, ಮಾತಾಡಬಾರ್ದು. Discount received from creditors. Journal entry. Creditors account debit to discount received. Am I right? Discount received, whatever you're crediting, you have to open one more ledger. From that ledger, again you should transfer to P&L. Your code of fees ledger beka. No, what do we do? Straight away write it as income in P&L. Can I? So in my P&L account, I'll write on the credit side, discount received. How much? 32. What is the journal entry that you told? Creditors account debit to discount received. In the creditors account, I should write debit side to discount received 32,000. Everyone understood? Say something. Fantastic. What's after that? Payment for bills payable 4,30,000. Payment for bills payable. Against bills payable, you have made the payment. When you make the payment, what is the entry? Bills payable account debit to cash account. Bills payable account debit to cash account. In my bills payable account, debit side I'll write to cash 4,30,000. In my cash account, I'll write credit side by bills payable 4,30,000. Are you guys getting it? You need to record both debit aspect, credit aspect, debit aspect, credit aspect. After that, drawings for domestic expenses 1,20,000. This is for domestic household expenses, money withdraw. What is the journal entry for drawings? Drawings account debit to cash. In my cash account, I'll write on the credit side, buy drawings, 1,20,000. This drawings I would have to open one more ledger, write it there. From there you need to carry the balance to trial balance. From trial balance it will go to balance sheet and it will be deducted from capital. Shall I straight away deduct from capital now? Drawings 1,20,000 here. In my balance sheet, which balance sheet? Closing balance sheet. I should first write opening capital, which I don't know. To identify this only, I've done this extra balance sheet. So we don't know. I'll write the name and then leave the space empty. And I'll write minus drawings. How much is the drawings that we should deduct? 1,20,000. 1 lakh. Everyone understood this? I hope nobody has a doubt. Can I go forward? Very good. What's after that? Salary is paid. How much is salary is paid? 2,36,000. What is the journal entry for salary is paid? Salary account debit to cash. Very good. So have you opened one salary account? Yeah. Outstanding salaries was there. So we opened one ledger. In the salaries ledger, I'll write here to cash. How much? 2,36,000. In my cash account, I'll write by salaries. 2,36,000. Are you guys getting this? Pakka? No doubts. So in my cash account, I'll write by salaries 2,36,000. What do we have after that? Rent paid. How much is rent paid? 1,32,000. Rent paid is 1 lakh. What is the journal entry for rent paid? Rent account debit to cash account. Rent account debit to, in cash I'll write by rent, 1,32,000. Have you opened any account called rent? No, there is no outstanding, there is no prepaid. We have not opened. If you want, I can open one. In the rent account I'll write debit side to cash and later write by P&L later. And then in P&L write to rent. Instead shall I straight away write? In that ledger there would be nothing. Debit side to cash, credit side by PL. So instead I'll post it straight away to my P&L. On the debit side I'll write here to rent account. How much? 1,32,000. See, there is no outstanding, there is no prepaid. Is there any outstanding or prepaid balance? If there is anything that you paid extra or you paid less, in the asset and liability data here you would have given. Has he given it? If there is nothing extra paid, if there is nothing shortage paid, whatever you have paid is your expense. Whatever you have paid is your, that expense I posted to P&L. Understood? Yes or no? Very good. Sundry trade expenses. How much is sundry trade expenses? This is expense paid. Journal entry is expense to cash. Am I right? In my cash account, I will write by sundry trade expenses 81,000. And this 81,000 you would have to write in another ledger. From there, close it and transfer to P&L. Do we have any outstanding expenses ledger? Straight away, shall I post this 81 to P&L? Here I have written credit aspect. In my P&L account, I'll write here on the debit to sundry trade expenses 81,000. 81. Everyone got this? What's after that? Then we have depreciation is to be provided on furniture and fixtures at 10%. How much should we provide? Come to furniture ledger. See here. How much is opening? 2,60,000. Compute 10% depreciation. 26,000. Look at the difference. 26,000. So maybe this businessman did second PUC commerce and then became businessman. So he did depreciation chapter. He computed depreciation correctly. So incompletely, how much complete another question hai. Some things they might have recorded. ಏನು ಬರ್ದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಬರೀಬಹುದು. ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಒಳ್ಳೇದು. ಅರ್ಧಂಬರ್ಧ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ರೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್. If someone doesn't know anything, it's easier to teach them. If someone knows everything, you don't have to teach them. The problem is when they know half. Because you don't know what half do they know. When you're teaching them the half that they know, they will be bored. When you're teaching them the half that they don't know, they'll be like, they will think that they already know this and they will not be listening. So either ways, it's always a problem when you have half the amount of knowledge. Got it? Ayyo, Ashwatthama. Let's write here. By depreciation, 2,60,000 into 10%, 26. See, this ledger is closed. In my furniture account, I wrote by depreciation. I would have to open another ledger called depreciation account. In reality, in the depreciation ledger, on the debit side, I'll write to furniture and closure, I'll write by P&L. Here we don't have to open ledger. Shall I straight away post it to my P&L? In my P&L, on the debit side, I'll write to depreciation 26,000. Correct? Does that comply with our double entry system? Very good. Let's write here to depreciation 26,000. Done. Next, munduke. That's it. Profit is how much? 25% on sales. Come to the question. Trading account. Here you have cash sales, credit sales. Do you know how much is credit sales? Don't know. Do you know how much is total sales? Don't know. On this total sales, when you find GP, on this total sales, when you find GP, that will be 25%. How much? 25%. 25 per divided by 100. 1 by 4 on what? Sales. 1 by 4 on? How much will it be on cost? 1 by? ಏನ್ ಬ್ಯೂಟಿಫುಲ್ ಆಗಿ ತಪ್ಪ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್. ಸಿ +1 ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ -1 ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಅಲ್ಲಿ 50-50% ಚಾನ್ಸಸ್. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ಹೆಡ್. ಇಲ್ಲ ಬುಷ್. ಅದೇ ಆಯ್ತು ನಿಮ್ದು ಕತೆ. ಸಿ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಸೇಲ್ಸ್. ಸೇಲ್ಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ಲೂಡ್ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಪ್ರಾಫಿಟ್ ಬೋತ್. 1 by 4 if you do. 1 is profit. 1 is 5 is selling price. Expecting you people to respond is my problem. 1 by, okay, first I'll tell it is 25 by 100. Am I right? What is this? Profit by sales. They are telling profit on sales. Am I right? Profit on sales is 25 by 100. So it will become 1 by 4. Correct, Andre? If I have to find profit on cost, what do we have to do? Remember, sales is equal to cost plus profit. Here, how much is profit? 25. How much is sales? 100. Can I say this is 100 minus 25? Yes or no? So what is it? 1 by 25 by 25 by 75. So what is it? Sir, we don't want all of this, sir. Tell us 1 by x, 1 by x, 1 by x plus 1. 1 is profit, x is cost. 1 by x plus 1 is profit by cost plus profit. X plus 1 is sales. So here it is 1 by 4 and 1 by 3. Tell me, did you understand this? Now, still you have doubt, why is it 1 by x, 1 by x plus 1? I had will always 1 by x, 1 by x, 1 by x, 1 by x, 1 by x. Why? Did you understand this? Please respond. It is 25% on sales. 25%, 25 by 100 on sales. On cost, 25 by 100 minus 25. 1 by 4 on sales, 1 by 3 on cost. 1 by, got it? Yes or no? I'll tell you what would you like. See, on sales, it is 1 by 4. On cost, it is 1 by 3. You know why? Cost will be less. No, percentage should be more. 25%. Here, 33.33%. Cost is less, sales is more. On sales, 25% hakadre. On cost, you should apply 33.33%. Cost amount is less. Am I right? On this, you should put higher percentage. Sales amount is more. On that, you should put lesser percentage. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ನಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಏನು 25%, 1 by 4 on sales, 1 by 4 on sales and 1 by 3 on cost. Okay na? But do we know sales? No, we don't know sales. So can we find GP? No, we can't find GP. We are stuck there. We'll do it later. Over. That's it. Now the question is over. You are required to prepare trading P&L and balance sheet. So now we finish the question. See, we read the question once from top to bottom. The moment you read the last line of the question, no, you don't need the question paper. Everything that's there in the question is written in the answer in the format in which you want, in the place in which you want. Now you very clearly know. If in case you pick and write, no, foundation logic, foundation matra madbekare agutte. Now this inter chapter has come to foundation. Here it will not work. First I'll finish trading, then I'll do P&L, then do balance sheet. Will not work. So you should have a common strategy for everything. Not just here. Even when you come to inter, any chapter, any question on inter, I'll show you. We'll do the same pattern. We will read it line by line. We'll go on posting it line by line. ಒಂದು ಸತಿನು ಮುಂದೆ 3 ಲೈನ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ವಿಲ್ ಗೋ ಫರ್ದರ್, read one item and then come back. We'll never do that. Always line by line. Always line by line. Any question can do the same in final also. Got that? Come on. Let's now try to close. Trading account, what and all is missing. Credit purchases missing. Because credit purchase is not there, we can't find total purchase. Because credit sale is not there, we can find total sales. And we also don't know GP. So 3 items are missing in trading account. Can we find? Can't find. Come to P&L. P&L, what is missing? Here we have gross profit missing. Here we have net profit missing. In the balance sheet, what is missing? We'd have to add net profit. We don't know. We'd have to write opening capital. We don't know. Debtors account. We don't know. Cash also. We don't know. So many items missing. This is the missing figure that we're trying to find. Incomplete. We'll tell no. This only is incomplete, which you have to complete. Till now, what you did is not answer. You just presented the data in the question little differently. They won't give marks very easily. This is not MCQ examination. The profession demands great amount of patience. You would have to build patience. If you don't build patience, you cannot become chartered accountant. By mistake, if you become chartered accountant without patience, it is actually a mistake. It is actually the biggest mistake in your life. You know why? You cannot have professional success. You cannot have. It is like athlete who's lazy. As a professional athlete, very talented, but very lazy. He will never excel. He or she will never excel. Do you get this? So you should build patience to become chartered accountant, or you should give up chartered accountancy course. If in case you don't build patience, firstly you won't become chartered accountant. Openly I can tell. There is no one who's impatient and then become one. It's a very important and essential quality to have patience. Problems are going to be lengthy. This is introduction to inter. If in case some way you pass the exam, because examination is not 100 on 100, no. If you score 40 plus in the bad paper, some paper you score more than 50, you get aggregate marks good enough and you pass, you will suffer in the profession. Profession requires your patience. You get what I'm trying to tell? Exactly like that of surgeons. You know, surgeons take 10 hours, 12 hours to complete some surgeries. If in case you become a doctor, but you don't have so much of patience, you can never become surgeon. You can sit in clinic. Prescription. See, that's what max you can do. If you have to reach the top of the profession, you need to have the quality what the profession requires. You get this? Either inculcate that quality or don't try to become one which is not required. So this is basic thing that is profession is requiring, not my demand. Profession's requirement. So I'm putting it across to you. I'm just a messenger. Got that? Great. So balance sheet also cannot be fulfilled. Here do we have everything? Here we have everything. We have to find capital only. But we will not close this first. We have prepared so many ledger accounts. Am I right? We'll close all of these ledgers first. After we close these ledgers, then we'll come to opening balance sheet. Then trading, then P&L, finally balance sheet. Am I right? Come on, let's go to the first ledger. What is the first ledger after this? Furniture account. Am I right? Furniture account is completely done. Posted. Nothing is to be found. Furniture account is ready. Furniture account is ready. You don't have to do anything about furniture. Come to next one. Debtors. Debtors account only what and all is missing. Opening balance of debtors is there. Cash received is there. Discount is there. We have closing balance missing. Can I find closing as balance in figure? No. In fact, it will get it as negative. Guess what else is missing? Very good. What else is missing? Sales. So we don't know sales here. Credit sales gottilla. If we write credit sales, we can find the closing balance. Credit sales will go to trading account. Balancing figure, closing balance will go to balance sheet. But we don't know sales, we don't know balancing figure. Can you find 2 balancing figures in one ledger? Can't find. Sir, what do we do? Simple. If you can't find, I'll tell you what is the problem. If you cannot find this credit sales, you cannot write it in credit sales here. If you don't write credit sales, you don't know total sales. If you don't know total sales, you don't know GP. You don't know GP, you don't know NP. You don't know NP, you can't close balance sheet. Closing balance will be Ingamma. How? Huh? Here they have put question mark. They have not given dash. When they give dash, it means it is 0. When they give question mark, they are asking us to find it out. Understood? That would be the last way. If there is dead end, there is no way out, then you do that. But right now, what do we do? Patience. What should we do? We should see and then find. Is there another way to find out? Is there another way to? Okay. Shall we stay a little more patient? Right now, we don't know. But mundak dari kanaspod. So we'll wait till then. Shall we? Come to next ledger. So debtors account is not closed. See, this furniture is closed. I'll change the color. Let me do one thing. Whichever ledger is closed, no, I'll make it yellow. Whichever ledger is closed, I'll make it yellow. Debtors account not closed. We'll keep it waiting. Two items missing. What are the two items? Sales and closing balance. Come to cash account. Ella idya? Everything's there. Yes or no? Okay, what is missing? We need to find the closing balance. Can we find it? Take the total. $27 lakh. Very good. One second. 2788. 2788. How much is the balancing figure? Hey. 2,01,000. Maybe some calculator. Rest of you are not even telling. At least some of them are like calculating it. Hey, personal secretary now. Compute no in your own calculator. Do it. Till the time you don't see 2,01,000 in your calculator, don't believe it. Did you see 2,01,000 in your calculator? How? Sir, I typed 201. I saw. Very good. Sachetan and Nitya has also told 2,01,000. Where do we write 2,01,000? Balance sheet. Asset. Come on, let's go to our balance sheet. In the closing balance sheet, shall I write bank, cash and bank? 2,01,000. 2 lakh. Everyone understood this? Come on. 2,01,000 over. This is our cash and bank account. Sorry, cash account. Cash account complete. Shall I change the color to yellow? Yellow. Idu yellow. Let's go to next one. Creditors. We have opening balance. We have cash. We have discount. We have balance carried out. Only item missing is purchases. Can I find credit purchases? 973, 975, 10 lakh 2, 11 lakh 92. Sorry. Oh, wait. Something else is also missing. We have bills payable account. Till the time you close bills payable account, you should not close creditors account. Till the time you close bills receivable account, you should not close debtors account. Why they are connected? Bills payable account will have item from creditors, no? Bills issued during the year, bills dishonored during the year, all of that. Right below this you have bills payable. Bills payable opening 70. Am I right? Matured 4 lakh 30 and still 80,000 pending. How? There are certain bills accepted during the year. Am I right? How much is that? 430 plus 80. 5 lakh 10. 5 lakh 10. 5 lakh 10 minus 70. 4 lakh. 4 lakh 40,000 is the bills raised on us by somebody and we have accepted it. When someone raises the bills on you and you accept it, what is the journal entry? When someone raises a bill on you and you accept it, what is the journal entry? Creditors account debit to in bills payable account. Creditors account debit to bills payable. Correct. In creditors account we'll write 2 bills payable. In bills payable account we'll write by creditors 4 lakh 40. Understood? This is the bills accepted by us during the year. Always check before closing creditors account, close your bills payable account. Before closing debtors account, close your bills receivable account. In bills payable account I wrote by creditors. Am I right? In our creditors account you'll write 2 bills payable. How much is that? 4 lakh 40. 4 lakh. Now 4 lakh 40 is there. Now total this and then find the purchases as balance entry. 1635 minus 135. 15 lakh. Everyone understood this? Pakka. Now 15 lakh, where do I write? Trading account. Where do I write 15 lakh? Artha. Cash purchase already we have written. To that I'll add our credit purchase. We have already written cash purchase. To that I'll add our credit purchase as 15 lakh. Come to trading account. Come to trading account. Credit purchase is how much? 15 lakh. Total purchase will become how much? 21 lakh. Very good. 21 lakh 15,000 is our total purchases. Am I right? Yes. Now if you see, no, actually the door is open. How? We know opening stock. We know purchases. We know closing stock. Sir, how can we still find, sir, two balancing figures? You cannot find two balancing figures. Opening stock plus purchase minus closing stock, no. Opening stock, opening stock plus purchase minus closing stock, no. Cost of goods sold. How you know cost of goods sold? It is 1 by 4 on sales. 1 by 3 on cost of goods sold. On that, if you apply 1 by 3, you will get GP. Once you write GP, you can find sales as balancing figure. Once you write sales, you can write sales in debtors account and then find closing debtors as balancing figure. That closing debtors will go to balance sheet and balance sheet will tally. Did you understand? Did you understand how will it run? But we will do it in the order. Right now we will not go there. We checked some time ago. We couldn't do. Now we will not do this. Now we'll wait. We'll go back, close the other ledgers and then come here. We'll go back to close other ledgers and then come here. Shall we? Very good. Come on. Go to creditors account. Creditors account is closed. Bills payable account is closed. Shall we see salaries? How much is the, what is the missing item here? See, we have opening outstanding, closing outstanding and amount paid. Balancing figure is salary expense for the year. P&L account. 236 plus 20. 256. 256 minus 19. 237,000. What is 237,000? Salaries expense for the year. Salaries expense for the, in our salary account we written by P&L. 237. Where do we write this 237? In salary account I have written by P&L. In P&L account I'll write to salary. In P&L account I'll write to salary. How much? 237. All the ledgers are closed. That was the last ledger. ಕೊನೆವರೆಗೂ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಮತ್ತೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಇಂದ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Again we'll start from the beginning and then go. Now again when we start from the beginning, what is missing here? Closing stock is, sorry, GP is missing, credit sale is missing and total sales are missing. But we know the COGS formula. We know GP on COGS. Again, how much is GP? 25% on sales. 25% on sales is 1 by 4 on sales. 1 by 4 on sales is 1 by 3 on cost. Understood that part? Nobody has doubt on that part? If you have doubt, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ. Sure. Akka. Bunny friends. Now, how much is COGS? Take your calculator. 2,45,000. Very good, Pavi. Pavi Shri. Nickname, full name. Looks like nickname. Someone named themselves Pavi. Pavitra irbekalva. 2,45,000 plus 21,15,000. Oh, full name. Nice. Pavi Shri. 2,45,000 plus 21,15,000 minus 3,20,000. Tell me COGS. जितना बोलता हूँ बस उतना करो मैडम. 20,40,000. How much is GP? 1 by 3 on 20,40,000. 6 lakh. You identified 6,80,000. Everyone. Now come on. 6,80,000 is 1 by 3 of 20,40,000. Take the total. 2,45,000 plus 21,15,000 plus 6,80,000. 2360, 2360, 2960, 3040. 30,40,000 minus 3,20,000. 27,20,000 is total sales. 27,20,000 is, if 27,20,000 is total sales, cash sale is 16,20,000, credit sale is 27,20,000 minus 16,20,000. 11 lakh. You got this? 11 lakh is credit sales. You all understood. Let's go post that 11 lakh. But after we write GP here 6,80,000. Okay. Now let's go write that 11 lakh in our debtors account. You stop talking. Debtors account I'll write credit sales 11 lakh. Debtors I'll write credit sales 11 lakh. You wrote that. 11 lakh plus 1,25,000. 12,25,000 is total on the debit. Total on the credit 12,25,000. How much is our balance carried out? 1,47,000. Where do we write 1,47,000? Balance sheet. Where do we write it? In the balance sheet on the asset side, debtors I'll write 1,47,000. Now all the ledgers are closed. No. Ledgers. ledgers. All the ledgers are closed. Patience. सबर करो क्योंकि सबर का फल would have to wait for an entire year for mango. Done with this. Now here we have everything ready. Can we find GP? Sorry, NP. 7,12. Identify net profit. 257, 259, 289, 389, 390, 480, 480 plus 506, 2,06,000, 16,000. Sorry, 216. I'll add to capital here. Sir, opening capital gottilla. You are a candidate. Shall you find opening capital? Where do we get opening capital from? Opening balance sheet. Take the total 260, 245, 125, 110, 4, 5, 6, 660, 705, 710, 720, 730, 740. 740 minus 135, 70 and 90. 5 lakh? 516. 5,16,000 is opening capital. I'll write 5,16,000 here. Deduct 1,20,000 drawings and add 2,16,000 net profit. 6 lakh? 6,12,000 is total capital. To this add 190, add 80, add 20. 9,02,000 liability side total. Check the total on the asset side. 234, 5, 6, 7, 8. This question, I wanted you to know the entire flow. How does it flow? So I asked you to not write. I didn't even crack many jokes in between because I didn't want to be the reason why your focus will be lost. And I wanted you to completely focus. We took a lot of time because I did it slow. Eventually we'll catch up speed. From the next question, I will want you to do it with me. When I say do it with me, don't run ahead of me. Don't stay behind. You should be with me. I will write one item. I'll give you 10 seconds time. You should write that item at the exact place where I have written. That's when you will start getting it. So next problem shall we do together? With me. Not ahead of me, not behind. It's like this. You are the hero in the movie. I am the cameraman. It's like a race. You are going in the car. I am recording. You munde otobitre na record madakagalla. Hinde hobitre record camera still agide. You jotege barbeku. You should match my speed. You get that? 0 now. Are you getting what I'm trying to tell? Will we match the speed? Next question. Okay. Copy this very aram se. I'm giving you copy time because I want you to ask me if you have any doubts. This is very new to you. I agree. This is much more than what you people would have expected to be at CA Foundation. I agree. But if you ask me, is this possible? 100% yes. You have the competence and capability to do this kind of question. Is it difficult? More practice is required. Take your time. Copy. I told you to copy. Oh, hi Ronit. You know Ronit? I know Ronit. Okay, great guys. Let's get back. Shall we solve illustration number 17? Preet. No, yaar, ಹೇಳಿದ್ದು. ಇಬ್ಬರಿಗೂ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಕೋಲ್ ಕೊಡೋದಾ? Okay. Can I have your undivided attention, guys? Okay. Now we'll do this question together. We are in this together. Shall we do it together? Come on. In the books of Preet Limited. Format ready there? Now we are going to solve this question together. You are not going to talk to your friend because you need to write when I write. After the moment I write, I'll tell you where to write, what to write, how much to write. We'll write that. Now we're not writing, we're reading the question. From the following information, in respect of Mr. Preet, prepare trading and profit and loss account for the year ended 31st of March 2018 and a balance sheet as on that date. So we've been provided with all the data. Two items are missing. Debtors missing, bills receivable missing. Same like previous one. But in the previous one, at least bills receivable was there. Only debtors was missing. Here, debtors are also missing. Bills receivable also missing. Receipts and payment data is given. This will help us prepare our cash book. And here the question may adjustment what is there alva. That also they have given point. Bidi. ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದು ನಾವು ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ ಒಂದೊಂದೇ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ವಿ ಒಂದೊಂದೇ ಐಟಮ್ ನಾಟ್ ಟು ಮೆನಿ ಎಟ್ ಎ ಟೈಮ್ ಇಷ್ಟ ಸೊ ವಿಲ್ ರೈಟ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಯಾಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಟ್ರೇಡಿಂಗ್ P&L balance sheet, opening balance sheet, closing balance sheet. Ready? Is it ready? Are you ready? First item, stock in trade. Stock in trade. Opening stock 1,60,000. Opening stock 1 lakh. You will look at the board only when I should see every head going like this together and entire head waking up this like this together. Okay. Look at the board, everyone. 1,60,000 opening stock. 1,60,000. You will write only 1,60,000. 1,40,000 ಬರೆಯೋದಿಲ್ಲ. I'll tell you where to write 1,60,000. In your opening balance sheet, we will write stock 1,60,000. First place, hey, double entry. Two items. I'll write debit, credit both, and then I'll give you time to write 1,60,000 in opening balance sheet asset. Then second place is in your trading account debit side. We'll write opening stock 1,60,000. Right. Everyone wrote that? 62. Weight. So concerned. People ask weight and all here. ನಾಳೆ hemoglobin ಎಷ್ಟು ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತೀರಾ? I'll take the test today and come. How many? Platelet count. ನಂಗೆ ಡೆಂಗ್ಯೂ ಬಂದಿದ್ಯಾ? ಪ್ಲೇಟ್ಲೆಟ್ ಕೌಂಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೇಳ್ತಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಮತ್ತೆ ನಾನೊಂದು ನಂಬರ್ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ನಾಳೆ ಪಪಾಯ ಜ್ಯೂಸ್ ತಂದು ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ? Okay, observe here. 1,40,000. What is 1,40,000? Closing stock. Am I right? So this closing stock of 1,40,000, I'll write in my trading account on the credit side by closing stock 1,40,000. First place. Don't touch the pen. Don't touch the pen. ಅವ್ನು ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬಿಸಾಕ್ಬಿಟ್ಟೆ. ಅಷ್ಟೊಂದು ಕೋಪ ಬೇಡ. ಆತುರ ಬೇಡ ಓ ಜೊತೆಗಾರ. ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಲು ಬಂದಾಗ. Yeah, we'll do it aram se. Don't worry. Closing stock we wrote 1,40,000 in our trading account. Where do we write another aspect? In our closing balance sheet. In our wait. Don't move your eyes. Yeah, closing stock. We'll write it in our balance sheet. I'll write here nodi stock. How much? 1,40,000. Done? Right. I'm saying, what if someone will start writing before it? Now whoever is not writing, you already wrote. ಹೊಡಿತೀನಿ. ಅಶ್ವಥ್ ಅವ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಮೂಟೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕಲ್ಗಳು ತಗೊಂಬನಿ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಕಲ್ ತರಿಸ್ತೀನಿ ಮೂಟೆನಲ್ಲಿ. ಎಸೆಯೋದ ಹೆಂಗೆ? You should be concerned if the neighbor is writing before also. You know why? I will aim and throw, but ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಆ ಕಡೆ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಕ್ಯಾಚ್ ಹಿಡಿತೀರಾ? ಸ್ಟೋನ್. Done 1,40,000 both places. Come on, come back everyone. Debtors for sales. Debtors for 3,20,000 is opening. Closing we don't know. So two places. One, debtors ledger debit side. Debtors ledger. Second one, this debtors will be written in opening balance sheet as debtors. Is super. Hey. Debtors in the working note. Debtors balance sheet 3,20,000. First place. Don't write. ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಕೆಳಗಡೆ debtors account debit side balance brought down 3,20,000. Now ಬರೀರಿ. ಏನಪ್ಪ ಸಮೀರ್? Is it there in two different pages? Oh, ledger is in one place, balance sheet is in one place. Should we give that bank paper like this? Z ಬರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ, connected papers. Scroll. What? Yes, sir. What, boss? You want more space? Adjust. Salpa. Oh, I am sorry. No, I am not denying it. I am sorry. That's a positive feedback. Accept it. Constructive feedback. Accept it. Done. Closing balance. Shh. Don't know. Closing balance. So what do I do in my debtors account, credit side? I'll write balance carried on. Don't know. We'll leave the amount column blank. And in the closing balance sheet, I will write debtors, but don't write the amount. I'll write the name and give space for the amount. We'll write it later. ಮನಸ್ಸಿನೊಳಗೆ ಕಾಳಿ ಕಾಳಿ ನೀ ಮನದೊಳಗೆ ಇದ್ದರು ತರದೆ ಹೋದರು ನೀನ. Did you write? Okay, next item. Can I have your attention? Bills receivable. Opening balance is 0. Closing balance we don't know. Opening balance is 0. Closing balance we don't know. In my opening balance sheet, I'll write bills receivable 0. I'll write opening balance 0. And I'll open one bills receivable ledger. In the bills receivable ledger, I'll write debit side balance brought down 0. Sir, when it is 0, should we still write it? When it was 0, still Shah Rukh Khan did the movie, no? Like that only. Write it. It was a nice song also. Holy. जब तक जहां में सुबह शाम तब तक मेरे नाम तू. वो रंग भी क्या रंग है. ना, 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 ना. Indian Stephen Hawking. My God, Stephen Hawking, you would have seen that, would have got heart attack. Like, yeah. This guy will go to moon in that movie. Okay, done. No. You guys have not seen the movie. Exam go movie. No. What will you do all the time? Only reels. Next, creditors for purchases. Oh no. We forgot one item. Chah. Closing balance. Closing balance, what we don't know. Question mark. Where do we write? In this bills receivable account, credit side, by balance carried down, don't know. Empty. We'd have to find. And in our closing balance sheet, I will write bills receivable, don't know. Only name. Amount we'd have to find. Did you write it? Balance carried down, we don't know. We have to find. Yeah, by balance carried down. Should I show the lecture? The moment I say where you should write, immediately you're going to the paper. You should see what I write. Opening balance 0. Closing balance don't know. Opening balance 0. Closing balance don't know. ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ಬನಿಗೆ ಹೇಳಂತೆ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ PUC ಫೇಲ್ ಇವನು ಎಲ್ಲ ಸಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲ ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷು ಆಬ್ಸೆಂಟ್ ಏನೋ ಬರ್ದಿದ್ರೆ ಪಾಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Creditors for purchases 2,20,000. Creditors for purchases 2 lakh. Now in our creditors account, this is opening balance. Come on, in our opening balance sheet, I'll write on the liability side. Creditors. Esto 2 lakh. First C. Kannu bittu nodi 220 balance sheet liability side. You were like keep your memory also a little. Remember that. Then see where will it go. Come to creditors account. In your creditors account, you will write on the credit side by balance brought down 2,20,000. Bigger. In the creditors account, credit side by balance brought down 2,20,000. Should I give pause after me writing at one place? To short term memory. You're like more worser version of that. Next, closing balance 3 lakh. Now, if you people start talking among yourself, I will show why some people don't like me. 3 lakh rupees. In my creditors account, I'll write on the debit side. Balance carried on 3 lakh. You told no installment, right? Wrote 3 lakh. Where is the next place? In our balance sheet, closing balance sheet on the credit side, I'll write creditors 3 lakh. 31st of March 2018. Done. What's after this 3 lakh? Furniture at WDV. How much is the opening balance? 120. So let's go to furniture account. Furniture account. Furniture account. I'll write both opening closing together. Balance brought down 120. Balance carried down 127. Furniture ledger. Opening balance 120. Closing balance 127. Everyone wrote 120, 127. I'll write this 120 and 127 in my respective balance sheet. Come to our balance sheet. In the balance sheet, let me write here furniture. How much is it? 120. This is in the opening balance sheet. This is in the, and similarly in the closing balance sheet, let me write furniture 127. Opening balance sheet I wrote 120. Closing balance sheet I wrote 127. Opening balance sheet I wrote 120. Closing balance sheet I wrote 127. Done, everyone? After this 120 and 127. I hope I'm not going very fast. Expenses outstanding 40 and 36. Opening balance 40. Closing balance 36. Opening balance 40. Closing balance 36. Opening balance of 40,000 is liability opening balance to be written on the credit side in expense account. 36,000 closing balance of liability to be written on the debit side of expense account. Am I right? And this will go in respective balance sheets. First we'll write in expense account. I'll open one expense account. I'll not open outstanding expense account. In expense account, I'll write outstanding. Now, where do we write the opening balance? I'll write here by balance brought down 40. Opening outstanding expenses. Opening outstanding. Similarly, in our expense account on the debit side, I'll write two balance carried down. Closing outstanding expense 36,000. 40,000 opening, 36,000 closing. 40,000 opening, 36,000 closing. Uncles and aunties on Zoom, are you also writing together? Are you writing together or you put this on TV? Kalmel kala kondo, juice it kondo. I hope you are not watching this when you are munching potato chips. You know, some people will full set up nicely. Laptop they'll put, and here they'll keep one lemonade. Here they'll keep potato chips. So books alelo irutte. I will share at the end of the class. Unable to copy due to network issue. Ayyo. Hey, you can write no in the paper. In their handout, there is only box, so nothing else. Empty boxes. Done. Can I go to next item? And whoever is watching this on YouTube, the link to the file, I'll put it in the description to this video. You can download, take the printout and write. Huh. 36 over. Then we'd have to write this 40 and 36 in balance sheet. Shall we write in respective balance sheets? Now come on. In our balance sheet, this is our opening balance sheet. Here I'll write outstanding expense. How much is outstanding expense opening? 40. How much is outstanding expense closing? 36. Opening outstanding 40, closing outstanding 36. 40, 36. In the working note, opening balance sheet 40,000. Question answer closing balance sheet 36,000. Is this helping? Writing simultaneously, you are getting to know how it flows. At home, I want you to practice. You should practice the same way. I'll share this PDF. If you guys want, you take one printout and then you try solving all the questions on your own. Done. 40 and 36. Then come to the next item. Prepaid expenses. How much is prepaid expenses? 12,000 and 14,000. 12,000 is opening, 14,000 is closing. Prepaid expenses is assets. Prepaid expenses is assets. Asset opening balance debit side. Asset closing balance credit side. Asset opening balance, asset closing balance. Fantastic. Come on, let's write 12 and 14. I'll open one ledger called expense account, which is already there. In the same ledger, debit side, I'll write to balance brought down. How much? 12,000. Opening prepaid expense. Opening prepaid expense. Credit side, I'll write by balance carried down. Closing prepaid expense. How much is closing prepaid expense? Very good. In the same expense ledger. Don't open one more ledger. If you want, you can make this into 3 ledgers. Prepaid expense one ledger, outstanding expense one ledger, expense one ledger. ಒಂದಕ್ಕೆ ಅನಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಮೂರು ಮಾಡ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನೇಂಗ್ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. Hey, is this actually difficult? Sir, please share for us. I will share. Today at the end of the day, I'll tell you the classroom code, I'll give you the link, I'll give you the Excel sheet, I'll give you PDF, everything I'll give. You guys would have to study. I'll give you way more than what you can handle. Don't worry. ಇಷ್ಟು ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ ಮಾಡಕ್ಕೆ, ನೀವು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. Till the time I will be like, sir, you didn't share this sheet only, you didn't share question only. After I share, sir, I will do tomorrow. I will do day after tomorrow. I did it in rough book. I kept at home and came. ಅಜ್ಜಿ ಮನೇಲಿ ಇಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೆ. I will study after Yugadi. I will study after Holi. All these stories. Done. Okay. So these 12 and 14 should also be written in balance sheet. Shall we write in respective balance sheet? Come on here. So in our opening balance sheet, I'll write prepaid expense 12,000. Opening balance sheet, prepaid expense is how much? Opening balance sheet, prepaid expense 12,000. Closing balance sheet, prepaid expense 14,000. Very beko. Before. When I wind up the class, I'll stand at the door. I will see whoever has written can leave. Rest of you sit back. I'll display it on the screen. Kut bari beko. Oh. Done. After that, oh, this is not cash in hand, cash on hand. What is the difference? See, if you keep cash like this and fold it, no, it is cash in hand. If you keep the hand like this and then keep the cash like this, cash on hand. If you make it like this and you keep it is cash in, keep it like this and keep cash on. That's in and on difference. No, you're sitting in the chair. If the hands are there, it is in. If you sit there, no, you're sitting on the desk, on the bench. Adu on, not in. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ನಾನು ಇಂಗ್ಲಿಷ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಹೇಳ್ತೀನಿ ಬನ್ನಿ. So opening is how much? 4. Closing is how much? Opening 4, closing 3. Where do we write? We'll open one more cash account. ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ cash account? We'll write balance brought down. How much is cash? 4. Sir, inner column. Bank is also there. Aditya. Closing cash 3. Opening 4. Closing 3. Opening 4. Closing 3. What happened? Look. Sleeping. ಊಟ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ತಿಂದ್ರ ನಾಳೆ ಉಪವಾಸ ಮಾಡಿ so that you won't get sleep. Hey, shall we write bank also ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ? How much bank? 20 and 1,500. ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿರು ಹೀಗೆ ಎಂದು ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ together 24 and 4,500. We'll write them in respective balance sheet. Opening balance sheet 24, closing balance sheet 4,500. Come to opening balance sheet. In the opening balance sheet, I'll write here cash, bank 4 and 20. Have they given it together? Together means you write in separate line. Yeah. Sitting together is different, sitting one on the other is different. Sit together, no problem. Oh, creative. ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿಗೆ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಪ್ರೀತಿ ಅಂದರೇನು ಎಂದು ಈಗ ಅರಿತೆನು. Shall we write in the opening balance sheet also? In the closing balance sheet, cash in and cash at bank. How much? 3,000 and 1,500. There's one more ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ, you know. ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಿನ್ನ ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಜೊತೆಯಾಗುವೆ ಜೊತೆ ಬಾ ಹೋಗೋಣಂತ. There's one more ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ. ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ. That Rajavardhan. Oh. Rajamanikyam Textiles. He's like a rich man who has a chartered flight. Serial stopped in between. TV serial recently birthed, it got stopped. Yeah. Your database is little low. There was one more serial by name ಜೊತೆಯಲ್ಲಿ before that. TV reporter, teacher. Oh my God, ಮಾಡ ಕೆಲಸನೇ ಇಲ್ಲ, ಬರೀ ಟಿವಿ ನೋಡ್ತಾ ಕೂತಿರ್ತೀರಾ ನೀವು. God. ಇವ್ ನೋಡಿ, ಇವ್ನು ಹೀರೋಯಿನ್ ಹೆಸರಲ್ಲೇ ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾನೆ. Very interesting. Come on guys, focus. We're done with liabilities and asset balances. Now we'll start with receipts and payment details. This will be majorly affecting our cash book. From cash book, it will go to some other place also. It will be majorly affecting cash book. From cash book, these numbers will also go to another place. First item, collection from debtors. How much did you collect from debtors? 11,70,000. Listen, what is the journal entry when you collect debtors? Collect cash from debtors. Cash account debit to debtors account. In debtors account, I'll write by cash and bank. Am I right? We don't know whether it is cash or bank. How much is it? 11,70,000. 11 lakh. In debtors account, you wrote by cash and bank. In cash and bank account, you should write two debtors. You wrote in debtors account by cash and bank. In cash and bank, you will write debit side. Two debtors. 11,70,000. We'll do first, write what I tell. I know everything. I'll read everything. I'll make you do everything. One item at a time. First, write 11,70,000. Then I'll explain 2.5% discount. We did a lot of things yesterday and day before also. Where were you? Done. Now read this part. After allowing 1/2%, that is 2.5%, 2.5% discount. How much discount did you give? 2.5%. How much discount did you give? 2.5. That's not 2 minus 1.5, 1.5. It is 2.15. 2.5%. Everyone understood this? Okay. 2 minus 1.5, 1/2, sir. 2 cancel. 1 minus 1, 0% discount. Subhadra ma'am ಬಂದು ಮರ್ಡರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಮೊನ್ನೆ. Okay. ಕೇಳಿ ಈಗ. We gave 2.5% discount. That means how much money do you think they would have paid? 97.5%. You are supposed to give me 100 rupees. If I give you 2 rupees 50 paisa discount, you give me 97.5. Am I right? How much did you receive? 11,70,000. Don't do 1170 minus 2.5. That's the mistake that you're doing. Think, use madi. After discount, it is 11,70,000. So much paisa has come. Collection is 11,70,000. If collection is 11,70,000, how much is discount? Did not understand? KD. Oi. Listen. 100. What is 100? Receivable. What is 100? Discount. How much? 2.5. Receipt. 97.8. 97.5. 11,70,000 is 97.5. 11,70,000 is 97.5. How much is discount amount? In the earlier questions, they had told the amount. Here they have not given. You should find. 29,999 barata. 29,250. 30,000. 30,250. 31,000. You need to do cross multiplication. Hey. For 97.5, if it is 11,70,000, how much is it for 2.5? Ishtke ishtadre, ishtke yeshtu. Intaki intaite, intaki enta. Product of means is equal to product of extremes. A is to B is equal to C is to D. D into A is equal to B into C. Proportion. Ishtke ishtadre. 11,70,000 into 2.5 divided by 97.5. How much? Everyone is getting same answer or different people getting different answer? 100%? Sat pratishat. 30,000. What is 30,000? Discount allowed. Discount. In the question book only, you please write. In the question book here they have given 11,70,000. Right here. Into 2.5 divided by 97.5. Or you write, you have space here. So much of blank space. 11,70,000 into 2.5 divided by 97.5. Everything sir. Enna sir. எழுதிட்டாங்களா? எல்லாமே எழுதிட்டாங்களா? இது மட்டும் எழுதிட்டாங்களா? தமிழ் வராதா? எங்களுக்கு தமிழ் வராது. తెలుగు రాదండి. 1170 into 2.5 divided by 97.5. How much is that? 30,000. Right there. Discount allowed. 30,000. నీకు బరో భాషలు పోయితే నీకు 30,000 discount allowed. You got that? Yeah. I learned different languages to scold students in the language they'll understand. If someone starts irritating in the class, I ask them, what is your mother tongue? Why? I should scold them in the language they understand. No. They should know that I'm scolding. I will learn, and who knows Bihari? He doesn't do anything. He's a good boy. He's sitting quiet. The one whose language I don't know. But see, energy waste ಮಾಡಬಾರದು. Should not scold someone to whom you can't make them understand that is scolding. Oi. Shh. Discount. What is the entry? Discount allowed. Expense alva. Discount allowed expense account debit to debtors account. Discount allowed expense account debit to debtors account. So in my debtors account, I'll write by discount allowed. By ಎಷ್ಟು 30,000. How much? 30,000. If you want how it is computed, I put it here. For those who would later ask, sir, how sir, how sir, how? 30 you wrote in debtors account. Now, this has to be also posted to P&L account debit side as expense. Shall I write in P&L? See, I've covered it. I'll do everything. Just have to believe me and give me little time. To discount allowed 30,000. You know what is the Atyuttama Dana? ದಾನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಅತಿ ಉತ್ತಮ ದಾನ ಸಮಾಧಾನ. ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಅನ್ನದಾನ ಅಂತ 30 ವಿದ್ಯಾದಾನ. My goodness. Payment to creditors. How much? 7,84,000. What is the journal entry when you make the payment to creditors? Credit cash account. Why do you debit, man? Okay, you make the payment and then write cash account debit. Creditors account. ಅದೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರು ಸಮಾಧಾನ. You should take a little moment of pause, think and answer. Creditors account debit to. Very good. Creditors account debit to. Very good. Come on, let's go to our creditors account. In the creditors account debit side, I'll write to cash and bank 7,84,000. Everyone? Enappa? Ulta. What, Samir? You scolded me. What did you tell him? Creditors account you wrote to cash and bank. Come to cash and bank. In cash and bank, okay. By creditors 7,84,000. ಏನಪ್ಪಾ discount adjustment ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. I will do discount adjustment. Patience. Now, shall we do discount adjustment? Come on, read this. After receiving 2% discount, 2% discount is received. After that, it is 7,84,000. So 7,84,000 is 98%. What is 7,84,000? 90. Do 7,84,000 divided by 98 multiplied by 2. 16. What is 16,000? Discount received. Discount right there. 7,84,000 divided by 98 into 2. 16,000 discount received. 7,84,000 divided by 98 into 2. Discount received. 16,000. Backing up. Done. Let's write that in our creditors account. What is the entry when you receive discount? Discount is income. Discount received is income. Let's credit discount received account. Debit will be creditors. Creditors account debit to discount received. In our creditors account, I'll write to discount received. 7,48,000 into 2 by 98. 16,000. Very good, Sindhu. In creditors account, you'll write to discount received. Where else will you write this? P&L account credit side as income. We'll go to P&L account. In P&L account on the credit side, let me write discount received 16,000. Discount received 16,000. Discount. ಏನಂತೀರಾ? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? Proceeds of bills receivable discounted at 2%. 1,22,500. Those bills receivable is there? No. You gave it to banker. He gave you 1,22,500. What is the journal entry when the bills are discounted and money is received? Bank account or cash account debit to bills receivable. Am I right? Let us go to our bank account, bills receivable account. But credit side by cash. How much is received? 1,22,500. So in my bills receivable account, I wrote buy cash 1,22,500. In my bills receivable account, I wrote buy cash 1,22,500. In my cash account, I'll write debit side. 2 bills receivable 1,22,500. Sir, discount.